Tuesday. You know, I was looking out my bedroom window, well, my spare bedroom window, and I looked up at the sky, and there was Orion in the window. And I was like, oh, this is nice. I could stargaze without having to go outside at the moment. So he was so lovely. And then Cassiopeia was there, and the Little Dipper was there because you could see Polaris, the brightest star. And so it totally made my morning to see how pretty they are so far, you know. Um, it's glorious, you know. We don't see them all day long, but they're there. And today, the comforter. The comforter. Not just a warm and fuzzy blanket for these winter months, but the comforter. I guess you call it the comforter because to know that you are always in the presence of something. It guides, it teaches, it is whatever you want it to be. But it is also you. I and my Father are one. That comforter that we take for granted. You know, people make fun of you, say, oh my God, you're talking to yourself. Well, who else is there? It's just you. So don't feel bad when you talk to yourself. Goodness gracious. That's where the best conversations are and the best answers come out from there. Because that comforter, like after the lecture last night, the only thing that was going through my mind is, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I fell asleep with that playing in my mind, just over, like it was just there, because it was all I could think about. And I woke up this morning, same thing. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. It was, it really comforted me, to be honest with you. Not comforted in the fact that, oh, you got problems. No, there was just this peace that settled on the inside, you know? There wasn't any fretting, no worry, just peacefulness. And so to have the comforter, to be reminded that you have the comforter is a great thing, because so many times we go through the day and we forget. Ooh, we forget. But be reminded that you have someone. There's the scripture that says, when my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me up. Do you understand what that means? It means when you have the people who are around you who quote unquote are supposed to love you the most, and you feel like they don't, or they tell you that they don't, that everything is still all right. Because mothers die, fathers die. But the comforter is eternal. Oh, but Angela, that really is no consolation. I'm not saying it to you as a consolation. It's not there to make you feel better. It's not there to placate you. It's there to remind you of what you have. What you have. So that because you know you have it, you will use it. You will use it. If ever you find yourself in a situation where you need answers, you go within. What do you mean go within, Angela? That's so cryptic. No, not really. To go within is to just sit quietly and ask yourself the question. You don't even have to speak. Do you know that? We don't even have to speak. Because it says that God is closer to you than the air in your lungs, you know? Than the air in your lungs. Why is that? Because the air in your lungs is the air in your lungs, but the power to breathe, that's what's closer to you. So today, as you go through the world, because I shall be brief today, as you go through the world today, take a moment, like you when you're at work and you have to go to the washroom, take your time to walk there. And as you're going, remember, wait a minute. I have a comforter with me at all times. You don't have to believe me. You may not even believe me. You may think I'm crazy. But the task is this. Why don't you test it for yourself? Test it for yourself to see what you contain, to see what you are. You see, we've been convinced that we are something else, by the opinions of other people. You're this, you're that. Everybody has an opinion, yes, but they can only give you their opinion based upon who they are and their experiences. So we are so quick to take on the opinions of other people that we forget the one opinion that only matters. And that is the one you hold of yourself. You see, the whole world could laugh. The whole world could call you crazy. The whole world could say whatever they want. But the only thing that will make a difference to either hurt or help you is what you feel of yourself. So why is it that we would give credence or give power to somebody's opinion of us? But why won't we say to ourselves, wait, I choose to believe something else of myself? Begin to believe something better of yourself. Just something simple. And the reminder that there's a comforter always with you will help you out, will help you to do it. You know what it is to have a friend that doesn't matter what you think of them, no matter how you talk to them, they stay. Human friends can't do that. Human friends have feelings. And sometimes we say things because we might be a little bit cranky and upset your friends, upset my friends. But this comforter will sit there and listen to you. Listen to you vent and shake your fist and say, how could you do this to me? But that comforter will still hold you and soothe you and show you that you are all right. And sometimes one thing I was reminded of for the comforter, because I love to see the stars. During the daytime, I don't see the stars. Well, we see one, right? Well, it's winter. You kind of sort of see the sun, kind of. But the constellations are still in the sky. Even though it is daytime, they've not gone anywhere. They're just moving from one location so that when I get up again in the morning, they're right there. Every morning I say to uh, Orion, I say, ooh, I'll race you to work. Because when I get there and I look up, they're like, you beat me to it. Because he's there. He's just there in the sky, even though I don't see him. Orion's belt, Cassiopeia, they're always still there. But you see, they too are finite. So that's why I'm reminded that there's something that is infinite within me. And that's what I cling to. He'll never leave me nor forsake me. Never. Because I can't stop being aware of my existence. That's why it never leaves. You think it is a man? You think it is a woman? No. It is your awareness of your very existence. Whether you are in a body or out of a body, you are aware that you are. And it is that will never leave you. And you see that awareness that you exist? That same awareness tells you you can be anything. And you'll always get the people that say, oh, well, can I sprout rings? Can I Sprout wings, Angela? I don't have time for questions like that. But I do have time for questions like, I want to change my life. I want to be better than I was yesterday. Well, then, the comforter within you, which is you, will help you to do it. How so? All you have to do is show the comforter what you want. And how do we show the comforter what we want? You feel. You feel it. That's how you do it. And you paint a picture as you feel it. You just paint a picture in your mind's eye. And your comforter says, ah, yes, I see. All right, well, hold steady now. Hold that picture steady for me while I recreate it. Because now the two of you are focused on each other. The comforter is focused on recreating that thing that you were holding, and you are focused on the comforter doing its thing. And you're like, wow, the comforter really is efficient and effective and proficient. How does it know all these things about me? Because before the world was, I am. That's why. So you see today, my beautiful friends, the comforter is within. Simply hold your vision. You're holding your desire because you know the comforter is great at Etch-a-Sketch. Just hold the picture and it will do it. But the more you let go of the picture, it stands there saying, dude, what do you want me to? I need to see it. That's why we persist in being faithful to the image we hold of ourselves or the change we want to experience in the world. Just hold it steady. Oh, 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 right. Yes. There he is. Here's my sweetums. Just hold that image steady. That image of health. You see yourself dancing or doing something you could not do before because your health would not permit it. See it in your mind's eye. I keep giving you the analogy of the athletes every time, where they're just sitting there with that little cap on their head with all the wires, and the doctor says, okay, run the race in your mind's eye. Well, they do. And the computer picks up all of the muscles that fire and move so that you can see, and all the chemicals that respond in their body to show you that they're running, but they're sitting on the chair. And see how awesome the comforter is? You just got to show the comforter what it is. Some people call it a vision board, but your vision board is devoid of life if you do not give it your attention. As you clip out every image you want to hold up to your comforter, you say, ooh, ooh, this one. Ooh, that one. Your health, your wealth, your wisdom, your knowledge, whatever that is, your companionship. You put it up there and you hold the image steady. You give it your full attention. Oh, indeed. And the comforter recreates. Because what you show the comforter you are, as within, so without. And that is the beauty, my friends, of the comforter. Not to be taken for granted. And shoot, even if you take your comforter for granted, it's not going to leave you. It will not leave you. Because one cannot stop being aware of themselves. You can't. Sorry. Not sorry. You cannot stop being aware that you exist. No, you can forget your name. You can forget how old you are. But you always know that you are. And that is the beauty that we have with the comforter on a daily basis. So this morning, let's welcome everyone, and then we'll get the chime and chicken. Chime and chicken. Ah, Tiffany and Javion, hey. Yoda Green, let's go. They're here on Twitter today. Miss McQueen, Happy is in the house. The lovely KZ and Big Mike is in the house here on Fanbase. Well, who's here on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch? Jalen, and then we have Jose, and the others who've not made themselves known. I see you. As you go forth today, remember the Comforter is with you always and in all ways. Yes? Present your request. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind. So do not be anxious about anything, but by prayer and petition. Prayer. Yes. Not to be confused with Heavenly Father, I come before you today. Not to be confused with that. Because never once do you have to open your mouth to pray. Because that desire which is most keenly felt by you is your prayer. Let us get the chime so we can chime in. See, now he done singing. Ah. I still love you though, sweetness. And as you hear the chime today for a few minutes, oh, you're good. As you hear the chime and chicken, allow just peace to well up in your bosom and flow from you and walk in it today. Because you do not walk alone. Countdown initiated. Double A. I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go forth today and know that you are always in the company of greatness. The Comforter is always with you. Walk in that knowledge. I'll see you tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do believe we are on chapter 26 of Your Faith is Your Fortune by Neville Goddard. You know I look forward to seeing you. Well, if you want to fall asleep with us, that is. If not, hey, party on. All right, everybody. Much love to each and every one of you. Much, much love.